Washington, D.C., the center of American democracy. But tonight, the nation's capital is also the center of a growing storm. President Donald Trump has called in reinforcements. Hundreds of National Guard troops from Republican-led states are being deployed to D.C. The move is being hailed by his allies as a necessary step to restore order, but critics warn it's a dangerous escalation, blurring the line between civilian law enforcement and military presence on U.S. soil. This isn't the first time Washington has seen troops in the streets. In 2020, during nationwide protests after the death of George Floyd, Trump also called in the National Guard, with Republican governors rushing to comply, while Democratic-led states refused. Fast forward to 2025, the backdrop is different. Crime in D.C. has actually declined since 2023, according to the Washington Post. But the Trump administration insists the deployment is needed to battle what it calls out-of-control lawlessness and to ensure federal assets remain secure. For many, this raises the question, is this about public safety or politics? 3 Republican governors have already answered Trump's call. From South Carolina, Governor Henry McMaster is sending 200 troops. He says they're heading to D.C. to stand with President Trump as he works to restore law and order. In Ohio, Governor Mike DeWine approved 150 National Guard military police. And in West Virginia, Governor Patrick Morrisey announced between 300 and 400 troops would deploy. Together they will join 800 troops already in Washington, bringing the total force to around 1,550 National Guard personnel stationed in the capital. Initially, troops were ordered to leave their weapons at the armory, but now, the White House says they may soon be armed, raising the stakes of their presence in D.C. At first, Pentagon officials insisted these Guard members would not carry weapons. They would wear body armor but remain unarmed. Now that position may be changing. A White House official told reporters the National Guard troops could be armed if needed, to protect federal property, deter crime, and provide a visible show of force. This shift has alarmed critics, who fear that arming troops against American citizens protesting in their own capital could lead to dangerous confrontations. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser blasted the deployment on social media, writing, "American soldiers and airmen policing American citizens on American soil is #un-American." But Republican governors defended the move. West Virginia's Patrick Morrisey declared his state was proud to stand with Trump to restore pride and beauty to the Capitol. For now, Guard troops are positioned outside federal buildings, monuments, and transport hubs like Union Station. Meanwhile, small protests have broken out in the city. On Constitution Avenue, demonstrators confronted Guard troops chanting, "Free D.C." quote, before police stepped in. The questions are pressing. How far will this go? Will these troops be armed? And what does it mean for democracy when the nation's capital is patrolled by soldiers from states hundreds of miles away? As the debate rages, Washington finds itself at the heart of yet another test of American democracy. This story is still unfolding and we'll be watching every step of the way.